the Susquehanna Valley's news leader. Now, coverage you can count on continues. This is WGAL News 8 at 11.
He's been missing for almost 24 hours, and right now crews from Lancaster County are helping in the search for this missing autistic boy in Allentown. Police say he walked away from a party on New Year's Eve and is not dressed for the weather. News 8's Jack Corpella joins us with the latest on the search.
Jack Corpella, News 8.
Thanks, Jack. And part of that concern is that it's finally starting to feel a lot like winter outside. News 8's meteorologist Dr. John Scull is here to talk about that cold weather moving through the Susquehanna Valley.
That full forecast, Justin, is coming up.
Thanks, John. In Lebanon, an abandoned home went up in flames for the third time in just the past few months and has now been basically torn down. The home on North 9th Street caught fire last night. Today, fire officials made the decision to knock it down. The building was boarded up before the fire, but officials believe someone was still on the second floor overnight.
There's no electric, there's no water, there's no gas, and I'm sure the man in the moon didn't do it, so.
No one was injured in last night's fire, and there was no damage either to neighboring properties. Another fire overnight, this one in an apartment building in Ephrata, Lancaster County. One woman was critically injured. Take a look at these photos sent to us by a viewer. The call went out just before midnight for a fire along the 600 block of East Main Street. One person was taken to the hospital with burns and smoke inhalation. Investigators say the fire was contained to the victim's apartment and they have ruled it accidental. Now to the latest on a massive fire last night in a luxury hotel in Dubai. Firefighters continue to cool down hot spots on the scene after flames engulfed this 63-story hotel right as crowds were gathering for the annual New Year's Eve fireworks around a nearby skyscraper. This weekend, the Pennsylvania Turnpike is going cashless at one toll plaza starting Sunday at midnight. Drivers coming into PA from New Jersey on I-276 won't have to stop and pay the toll bridge. Instead, the Turnpike will send you a bill in the mail. It's part of a pilot program called Toll by Plate. Drivers have 20 days to pay the invoice once they receive it. Easy Pass customers will be billed by their accounts. After counting up donations left in its red kettles this holiday season, the Carlisle Salvation Army found it came up thousands of dollars short. The Carlisle Corps actually missed its holiday fundraising goal by $15,000. And it's now reaching out its hand in hopes of finding someone or someones to help keep the programs fully funded.
We just work over the next few months to try to make up that shortfall, but it definitely is a challenge.
We've set up a link on our website, WGAL.com. News from Lebanon now, where police say a man fired a gun while in an apartment, the bullet going through the wall into another person's home. Police were called to the 700 block of Chestnut Street around 4:30 this morning. They say 26-year-old Michael Roland got into a fight with the woman assaulting her. Then police say he fired a rifle with a bullet again going through a wall into another home and under a bed where two people were sleeping. No one was hurt by the gunfire, though the woman involved in the fight did suffer a minor injury. Roland now faces several charges. And news from Carlisle, Cumberland County. Police arrested a man they say broke into 6 convenience stores and cigarette outlets and tried to break into a 7th during a 9-month period. Terrence Jones now faces burglary and theft charges. Police say he would steal numerous cartons and loose packs of cigarettes, but after a burglary at Smokers Express on Spring Garden Street, investigators searched Jones's house and found the stolen cigarettes. Comedian Bill Cosby has broken his silence, at least on social media, after being charged this week with aggravated indecent assault. Cosby sent out just a 5-word tweet last night saying simply, "Friends and fans, thank you." The 78-year-old was charged earlier this week with drugging and sexually assaulting a woman inside his Montgomery County home back in 2004. It's worth noting the alleged victim did try to press charges just months after that alleged assault happened, but at the time, no charges were filed. We now also know Cosby's wife, Camille, has been ordered to testify against him in a defamation suit in Massachusetts. That case involves 7 women who accuse Cosby of drugging and sexually assaulting them as well. They say Cosby portrayed them as liars after they went public with their allegations. It's a new year with new hopes and new goals. And also new concerns about terrorist attacks. NBC's Edward Lawrence reports. New information tonight on a fatal plane crash in Alaska. A man died when his plane hit two buildings in downtown Anchorage before bursting into flames. A family spokesperson says the crash was a suicide. No one on the ground was hurt. Authorities have said the man was not even authorized to fly the aircraft. Hundreds of townhouses in the Philippines were destroyed by fire just hours after residents there celebrated the start of the new year. Officials are not sure what started the fire, but some reports blame a loose firecracker. Those made homeless by the fire are being housed temporarily in a basketball gymnasium. Happening now, police are on the hunt for an Israeli Arab who fired 30 gunshots into a bar in Israel. 2 people were killed, 3 more wounded at the bar in Tel Aviv. The shooter escaped. A massive manhunt is now underway to find the attacker. In France, a man rammed his car into 4 soldiers guarding a mosque. That happened in the French city of Valence. The mayor says 1 soldier fired back at the attacker, who was hospitalized. The soldiers are part of the reinforced security put into place only since the November 13th Paris attacks. French authorities are still searching for a motive. Singer Natalie Cole, the daughter of jazz legend Nat King Cole, has died. Her publicist says Cole died last night. No details yet about how or where Cole died have been released. The singer had battled drug problems and hepatitis that forced her to undergo a kidney transplant in May of '09. Natalie Cole does have a connection to the Susquehanna Valley as well. She made an appearance on WGAL's Noonday on 8. Here she is with Barbara Allen in December of 1972. Natalie Cole was 65 years old. While many businesses were closed or very slow today, some Susquehanna Valley sports bars were packed with fans watching the college bowl games. Buffalo Wild Wings in Lancaster says they had a big day, and they're expecting to be even busier for the big Penn State game tomorrow.
Everybody's going to be here for State. State's one of our biggest crowds. There's a huge alumni association in this area. Right now, it's pretty much at my expectations for as busy as I thought we'd be. But we're going into a big weekend, so we're going to be popping the next couple of days. It's going to be huge.
There'll be an early crowd. Kickoff for Penn State and Georgia in the Tax Slayer Bowl is set for noon tomorrow. Some Penn State fans witnessed the action firsthand. Nittany Lions faithful came out in force for a pep rally in Florida today ahead of tomorrow's big bowl game. News 8's Pat Principe spoke with the team and fans in Jacksonville.
At noon on Saturday with the Nittany Lions at the Tax Slayer Bowl in Jacksonville. Pat Principe, News 8.
Thanks, Pat. And that is News 8's First 11 at 11 coming up. The biggest cyber threat in 2016 could be in the palm of your hand, while your smartphone could be harming you in this new year. But first, here are tonight's lottery numbers. The pick 2, 39. Pick 3, 685. Pick 4, 6504. Pick 5, 93615. And the cash 5, 235 2240.
Wednesday morning in the teens, and that will be the coldest temperatures we've seen here since late March.
That shouldn't be that jarring for this time of year, but we haven't seen it yet.
That's a good point, and that's why it's going to feel so much colder.
Thanks, Dr. Joe. Car recalls once again dominated the consumer news in 2015, and they will be a hot topic in the new year as well. There are millions of cars on the road right now, and many are simply not safe. News 8's consumer reporter Brian Roach found out the problem is due to a shortage of parts and people to fix the cars.
I'm Brian Roach. On your side, News 8.
Sports is next on News 8. One of the best college football players in the country was ejected from the Fiesta Bowl. Mike will show you why.
Monday through Wednesday, so get ready for that.
Even teens possible.
Even teens.
Wow.
Yeah.
That does it for News 8 at 11. Thank you for watching. Tonight's show starring Jimmy Fallon. His next guests include Will Smith.
Thanks for watching WGAL News 8, the #1 choice for coverage you can count on.